Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Picked up right where we left off yesterday. Probably attracting all sorts of attention up there and screamers and who knows. That's alright. So we're gonna get the job done. Really fast using this auger. This is going to be a quick way of doing it. Oh, there's the screamer right there. Right on cue. They do not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. We go up and have a little bit of early episode fun with the screamers. Farm up a little bit of junk that we can scavenge off of them real quick. And I have to take out all of this dirt eventually. Oh, there's a cop. Let's break out the old Riper Snifle. Where you at, woman? Come get it. There you are. Mr. Copper. Ooh, right in the face. Oh. Did a little ducksy-do move. Got him. Really buzzy bee. Leave me alone. Let's go out here and get some of this. Oh, I need to go around and repair up this barbed wire because I have not done that in quite some time. You know, that horde didn't really, I guess I did repair it before the horde, but, oh, don't you hit me. Oh, she screamed again. 2 screams, you know what? There's another one coming right there. Boy, they don't like that auger at all. Oops. What kind of action we get from all of this. I'm just going to let them scream and draw what they're going to draw. Maybe we get some ferals out of this. Another cop or so. Let's go over here and see what this, what the copper had. Whoops. Oh, he's doing a little spinning spin move on me. Don't you do that. You can't be tricking the Spartan. Well, there's a lot of them. This is like Horde Night all over again. Guess the copper I'll have to wait. Look at all of that action. Whoop. Head on out to the other side. The spiders get through this barbed wire a little bit better than the rest of the zombies. I think when I was doing that horde, the spider was actually, let's jump across to this tier, the one that stunned me initially and made it difficult for me. So I guess we can break out the sniper rifle here just a little bit. Need to get some levels done. Oh, we need to get some levels done on it anyway. That's the one category that I've sort of failed in, is leveling up the sniper rifle. See, where I'm intelligent enough to walk around the corners, they don't. They try to cut the corner, and they walk right into that barbed wire. Oh, here comes another screamer. Watch the swim team. Oh, she's kind of glitching through the block there, isn't she? Look at that. Oh, spider. I was all playing around with those, not paying attention to what I was doing and letting one creep up on me. Come here, Mr. Spider. Got a little something for you here. I'll take your medicine. This barbed wire is durable. I saw another piece right then get taken out, but it withstood an entire horde night with no repairs. We're going to use that right now. An entire horde night without being repaired, and it withstood. Move these out of our way. Several other little groups of zombies to come through. Some more brass, but we're collecting a lot of candlesticks. Don't know what they would be doing with all the candlesticks. Guess they're wanting to light their way through this world. Illuminate. Look at all of those zombies in that little huddle. We're gonna, oh boy, I didn't mean to jump. We're gonna go over here and get this cop before he completely despawns, if he has not already. I think he has. No? Make sure he didn't have something really good. Yeah, he sure did. Look at that. Alright. Throw this out. So if you're new to the series and you did not catch the horde attack, I encourage you to jump back a couple episodes. Check that out. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast taking on the zombies in this defense. As you can see how well it works, as long as I keep moving around and don't get mesmerized by all the zombies coming and just stand there. Works super well. Alright, pistol action. Before we throw it out, like, use it up. There's a lot of zombies crawling this way. Alright, well, get on back over here. Take these few out. Nice. And we'll do a good repair job on this at some point here soon. We'll absolutely go through and replace and repair all of it. Good. Let's look at that. I'm going to throw this dirt out. Take those bullets. Click on assemble. Scraparooski. I had not started out that way. It wasn't until later on in the series where I actually started clicking on assemble to get the bullets out. Once I realized I was going to go in the direction of guns, we'll take that. Actually, we'll use that up right now. And once I decided, you know, I wanted to go with guns, we started, look at that, another candlestick. I started, you know, assembling, clicking on assemble to take the bullets out of those. Oh, look at that. We're not even going to have enough room to store all of this. Here comes another dog. Tell you what, I'm going to leave those shotgun shells. That's fine. Splint, probably should take that splint. Hello, Mr. Doggy. They're rendered so helpless in this barbed wire. They're super slow motion. Except for the places that you don't have barbed wire. Oh, little trick. Tricked him out. Tricking him out like a fancy ride. Here comes another one. I don't know what's up with the dog horde. I guess we are not long before the actual horde. Probably going to need to get on back down. We're going to have to get serious about this here soon with the horde coming tomorrow. We're going to have to get things done. I'm going to have to come up here. We'll let the bodies decompose into the first stage, or the second stage, I guess I should say. And let's see, this is 4 wide. You know what? Let me dump some of this stuff off that we've accumulated here in the chest. And we may have to move some things around in the chest as well. We may have to, we're going to scrap. Put these 9mm bullets in there. Where do we have our stone? Do we have a specific place for the stone? I think it was right here, eh? Good enough. Do a little sort, assess what we have. Our building supplies over there, gas right there. Tell you what, we'll stick this in there. Our antibiotic in here. We'll also stick duct tape that we picked up. Kind of picked that up by accident, but it is useful. So, all right. Well, what I need to do is I need to run back over to the other base. I need to grab up the drawbridge. We're going to need to take all of this out. Worst case scenario, you know, if we can't get this done by tomorrow, we'll just we'll take on the horde at our free fall bunker. We'll handle it that way. I really feel like I can get this done if I focus. But I kind of need that drawbridge to complete this because I don't want to leave it open. There's just too much chance for zombies to fall in and wreck the place. And we don't want that. Make ourselves a nice little ramp going up. Where's that shovel? I need to make ourselves a vault door. Might cool off a little bit over here as well, the heat map, if we head back over to the other base for just a little while to gather up those things. So I need to take out... Well, I'm absolutely going to have to... Ooh, that's stone. Boy, I wish I could just one-shot this stone with this pickaxe. We're going to end up using the auger. I just wanted to get that back a little bit because we're going to do the interior portion of this after we get everything put together on top, i.e. the drawbridge and all of this is going to have to come down. Just want to get the going up the angle, hold out just a little bit here. Oof. Oh boy, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Whoopsie. Take our bullets off and put this there. Okay, so we need to make it look right, we need to go one more down. Not that it really makes a difference. It's more just for looks. More just for looks. Just for men. Try. New just for men. Pretty soothing here. A little bit of shoveling. It's good for the nerves. Okay, we won't go too high yet because I don't want to hit that with the pickaxe or the auger. Let us get our nail gun out, put everything in a proper order here. We don't need our axe on us anymore. Get that. Do I have wood on me? Yes, I do. Boy, I'm surprised at how many screamers using that auger attracted to us. There was at least a few. In just a short period of time there, we got a few, and they weren't playing around. Should be the last block of stone. So I'm really bad on names, who said what. I'll have to go back and look and see who said it would be a good idea to do the mini bike entrance. There were a couple of you actually that said that. So this is for you because this is what you so desired, and I'm not that far ahead with the recording right now. Actually, as I sit here now, this is the second episode I've done tonight in this one sitting. Otherwise, I usually, I have been about an episode ahead of you all. So tonight, with the exception of doing 2, should put me a few ahead. But I'm able to interact with you a little more this way than when we first started. And I wanted to get a bunch of episodes recorded. I hope this is right without having the drawbridge over here to know for sure, to lay it out and just kind of see. All right. Starting to look like an entrance. So what are we, 20 minutes into the episode? 104, I don't want to poke my head up too high. I don't want to attract unneeded attention. I think I'll just ease on about with the, didn't mean to do that, with the shovel here. Something like that. I'm hopping all around here. I thank you all too. I don't think I thanked you for this, but I appreciate all of you who stopped by the music stream on Sunday. We had a good time of it. I know the cake is a lie. I recognize seeing him in there. And some of those of you who are on the server as well. Trip and Pronto. We had a good stream. Got a host from CB the Great for 153 people. He had a very successful stream. I mentioned him before with the barbed wire setup. And had another host from another young lady on there. Brought our numbers up. So really appreciate your support on the stream the other day. It was a good time. We always have a good time in there. Most likely, we'll not be streaming this Sunday. Of course, by the time you see this episode, it'll be too late to make you aware of that. But have going to visit family on Sunday. That's usually the only reason I would miss, other than being sick, perhaps. I try to do every Sunday that I can on the music stream there, and it also gives me a chance to see you all and thank you for your participation here on the channel, checking out all of the episodes and so forth. You know what, we'll just stuff that in there just because we can. I realize that some of you most likely don't may not care for my music or the selection of songs on the list or whatever, and that's cool. But stop by, absolutely, and say hi. Drop me a request or just say, hey, I just wanted to poke my head in and say hi, from the YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. Be able to acknowledge you and thank you in person live versus doing it in a delayed fashion as we do here on the series. Don't really have a push for partnership on Twitch. I kind of do it for fun and to just keep my skills honed in a bit. But I don't push for partnership. If I were to go for partnership, I would have to stream at least 3 times a week for a few hours each time, and I really don't have time for that, along with this as well. All right, well, that's looking a little bit better, starting to come together. Guess we could take a few more layers of this dirt off, and then I'll have to get I tell you what, before I go any further, let's go back down in here and dump some of this stuff off. And I need to, boy, I don't like the way it's offset, but you can't, there's nothing you can do with a 4 wide door and everything else is 3. Let's stick the clay, and we'll take the clay back home with us. We'll leave the scrap iron here. Take the raw iron with us. And the cement we'll leave here with us. But we need to go back and grab that door And I want to get that done right now before I forget. And it gets too late in the day. Get some, boy, we really need to go back to that. We're not going to have time because I really need to push to get this completed, but we really need to go back over to the original base where we started and get the sand and stone so we can start pumping out a little bit more concrete mix. I don't want to get behind on that. It's so easy to get behind in your building supplies if you don't stay on top of it. You use them up so quickly doing little projects like this, and you do something over there and over here, and the next thing you know, you're completely out, and it takes so long to produce those things. I guess worst case scenario, we have plenty of supplies. We could create a few more forges and cement mixers or whatever we had to, but the number that I have is sufficient. If you need more than that, then that means you're either more players, or I've seen some videos where people just have like 30 forges and 20 cement mixers, and that is crazy. You see what I'm capable of doing with, what do we have? 6 forges, 2 for cement, 2 for iron, 1 for brass, and 1 for lead, and 4 concrete mixers. And I only did 4 because my idea was I was going to use a couple for fertilizer, and the other ones because we had all of that rotted meat. But we're so short on nitrate that I decided not to, not to do that quite yet. Maybe we do here in the future, but yeah, you don't need that many forges or cement mixers to get the job done. I guess if you had the resources to build that many, it's fine and all, but it takes a lot of wood to power that amount of forges. If you're out and about like I am, that's a lot of wood to, put in, say, 20 or 30 forges, like I've seen on a video or two in the past. And it doesn't take that long to smelt down with 2 forges for stone. It doesn't take that long to smelt down, say, 4,000 stone each time. But you waste a lot of wood if you have that. I honestly, with the biggest projects that I've ever done, I think the most forges I've ever had is about 8 or maybe 10, and 4 to 6 cement mixers, and that's with someone else helping me as well. So I can't imagine not only how you could manage like 20 or 30 forges and a bunch of cement mixers, but how you could provide enough wood to power those things. I've often wondered that when I see that on if they just did it for looks, or if they really use all of those things. Who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't. Well, fortunately, this is not a bad ride to go back and forth between the project and the home base. Wish our original base was just a tad bit closer, and we wouldn't have to have that long ride to go over there, because I could certainly use that sand and stone right now. Load up the mini bike, load up our inventory. We're good. We're gonna make it work right now. I think we have enough resources to make this work right now. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna drive the mini bike down into there. I'm just gonna run in real quick, grab what we need, close this back just in case a screamer decides to come along. Okay, we could top those off real quick. Have our stone going still, clay in here, raw iron in there. Okay, our bullet tips are done, casings are done. Nice. So bullets are done. We'll go ahead and cap off this. We need to take some AK-47 parts back with us as well. You know what? We'll probably come back over here before the horde. I could just use a repair kit on the AK. That's not a big deal. We're going to grab up just a tad bit more gas. Check on our gunpowder here. Get it put back in the... tell you what we're going to do here. Just for now, because I think we're good on bullets for this next horde. I have plenty of 7.62. You know, the one thing we didn't have is a lot of 10 millimeter. I kind of enjoyed using that 10 millimeter to finish a few of them off here or there. Could take that back with us, though. We'll take the 10 mil back with us as well and throw it in the chest over there. Let me eat real quick. That yummy, yummy meat stew and some goldenrod tea. Did not want to do what I just did. Click on drink. All right, down at 50%. All right. Let me think. Cement. We needed a little bit more concrete mix to take with us. We'll take that tiny bit. And I think that was it. I think that was all we needed. We just needed to grab the drawbridge. It's such a pain to have to come back over here. What I should have done was taken the necessary supplies. And let's take half of these with us and half of these with us as well. Stick in the medical chest. I should have just taken the supplies I needed over there and created it. Also, let's check our armor. Okay, so our military vest is almost broken. Have some bandit gloves, and that's it. Just our military vest. So let's combine it with... Let's just repair it. I dropped it a good little bit, but that's okay. That's good. And let's shoot back on over now that we have that. Is there anything else that I need? I think I had wood over there, plenty of wood. We're going to grab another stack just to make sure. We'll take this a little bit with us as well. All right. On the road again. Whoop. May even need to look and see if there's a direct route that I can take instead of following these roads. I tend to follow the roads. It's just easier to remember, but I may need to look into a more direct route straight across, make sure there's no water dividing us, and if not, I could probably just go off-road and head just straight toward. Let's look at that right now real quick. Not wasting much time. Oh, there is water. Okay, so it's just easy enough. Yeah, there's a big body of water right there. It probably goes all the way back down and around. So it's just easier to follow the road. It's one thing I don't like. I know that Joel said on, I don't think it's going to happen on 16, but soon, the next alpha or two, there's going to be aquatic life. And he said unlife as well. So right now, the water's useless. There's no use for these big giant bodies of water. Take up so much space on the map. The water mechanics are pretty awful. I know I was just talking about I built this really extravagant underwater base. And the zombies run across the bottom of the water just like they do on land at nighttime. So I put a spike system in place, tested it out. And what I'd learned, may be useful for you to know this, is if you have 2 blocks thick underwater, the water can't flow through. But what happens is if you punch the block, just punch it with your bare hand and just do like a point of damage to the steel, the reinforced concrete, water gushes through that block that gets hit. Well, for example, I had steel spikes on top of the quarter pillars, and it was waterproof. Water couldn't come through because it was 2 blocks thick. Well, if you were to punch the spike from underneath through those quarter pillars, instantly water would gush in. And there was no real good way to make the base so that water would not rush in. So I could only imagine if zombies flooded down there and, or I guess, no pun intended, flooded down there, but if zombies poured into, here we go again, pouring and flooding like water. If zombies came running up to your base and hit it under the water, water's going to come rushing in and flood the place out. You're most likely going to drown. But, you know, it was deep. It was a very deep lake. It took me a long, long time to create it. I had glass so you could see out. I'd placed spotlights on the bottom and just swimming up and down. It took forever to do it, just for it to fail. And I never did make a video of it. And that was on the server with the castle and that massive multiplayer base. Honestly, probably took me about 2/3 the same length as the castle took to build. So a lot went into it for it just to fail. But I honestly hope they get the water mechanics fixed on Alpha 17 or whenever it is. He says they're going to change it up. So hopefully that all happens. And they do. They get the water mechanics fixed. So I'm going to dump off a few things here first, and then we're going to get back to building. It's almost nighttime again. Days just fly by. We're going to grab up some more building. We're getting pretty low on our concrete mix. We're going to throw this in there. We are going to grab just another scoop or two of that. And I think we're good. Let's get this onto our belt just to give me an idea how far out I need to go. I'm pretty sure we could make this work. Let's take the shovel and scoop this layer back here. Right there. Right there is where we need it. Okay. We need to get some serious work done here before nighttime rolls around. So I don't want to be up here at night if I can help it. With this opening, normally I don't care about nighttime, but with this opening here in the base, we don't need them to get down in our little crafting room, destroy our chest or anything like that. Let's place some more of these round and about. Something like that. Oh, did not mean to do that. Or that. Son of a gun. Spartan, what are you doing? In a rush. That's what I'm doing. Trying to rush instead of just being relaxed and taking my time. Nothing's ever good if you do it in a rush. You get all nervous and antsy and don't do things the way you should. Get one more level done there. That's just a perfect place for zombies to dig. Let's do some forest ground. Let's just do 32. All right. Now let's take a look at it one more time. Okay. Oh, really? Well, there's a little trick to that, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a screwy frame or a frame that you've hit once or twice, just pick it up and put down a new one, and it repairs the one you picked up 100%. Okay, so something like that. Then, oh, silly, silly hole. Really? I can't get out of this hole? I'm stuck? Well, that's why we're making the dirt. Alright. Just trying to rush to get this done before nightfall, and like I said, a lot of times when you rush, you fall and hurt yourself like I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we need one more layer here. Now let's try. Let's take a look at what it's going to look like. Is it not wanting to... It's not wanting to... I don't remember how I did this on the server. I remember I may have even had to... No, I didn't have to destroy it. I think I got it on the first door, but... Either way, that's going to have to be... There's going to have to be a top on it there, so... Let's go ahead and nail these off. We can destroy those if we need to, but I think that's right. What's going on here now? Why can't I position it the way I want to position it? This was so easy on the server. I just got spotted by a zombie. Boy, this is going to be nearly impossible if it's not wanted to place right. Oh, don't you go down in there. Oh. Do. So that's not how it placed on the server. Why is it going over one block when I step that way? I'm scared if I place it right there, it's just going to fall through. I would love it if that would work the way it is right there. So we need to go out 2 blocks in order to do that. Let's take these out before nightfall. And let's do this and see what happens. You can always just auger these down real quick. When they're wet, they don't have nearly as many hit points. So it didn't work like that on the server. Let me dig this out as well. So it needs to be... and it may be not placing properly because it's wet concrete. It kind of doesn't make sense, but then it sort of does because I know the one on the server was completely dry. Let's try it one more time now. These drawbridges are still a bit wonky. Wonky, they're still a bit wonky, so... Okay, now it doesn't want to... What the heck is going on with this? What happens if we nail this row off? Little zombie wanting to come check on the code of our construction and make sure everything's up to code. Everything's up to code, sir. Thank you. crawler. We got a crawler, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to try to sneak up and break my leg. 5 shots to kill that guy. Goodness. That's what all our points in Pummel Pete as well. Here we're getting high. So I may have to take out... Well, that's not going to make sense if I do that, if I take that out. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is just part of the building process. You know, I did this on the server, and it took me a little while to get it to work right. I didn't want to work. It didn't want to place properly, no matter what I tried. Oh, it did not want to place properly, and darn it, we're going to make this thing work one way or the other. We're absolutely going to get it to work. And I'm sure I had made the tunnel first, so we could dig out the block right there, and we could make it work. But that's not how I did it on the server. That's not how I placed it down. Boy, we wasted more time doing this than anything so far. It didn't take us this long to tunnel everything out. Silly placement of this thing. It's going to drive me crazy until we get it all figured out here. See, it's wanting to offset a block. See that? It's wanting to offset a block when I look at it from the side. I don't know what it was that I did to make it work on there, or how I got it to place properly. Maybe this is it. Let's try this. I think I know. I think I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I know what it is. It's been a little while since I toyed around with it. A couple 100 days or so on the server. I think I know. Let's make sure we're not going to hit our head on this. Don't think we will. Also, make sure we're not going to... Okay, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Okay. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Just a new thing here for me. This drawbridge thing. So, like on the server, it looks like they're going to come down into this gap. And maybe they could fall in and hit on this door some, but I think they're going to do that little jump motion to get over to me. And I don't think they're going to. We never had that issue on the server once. You know, they never tried to break through that door. But that's it. That's done. Just kind of a pain in the butt to get it placed properly. It is complete. So now we can really focus on just getting the interior portion of it done. Boy, we ran off a lot of time off the clock there for the episode by doing that. Just to be safe, let's do this number here. Make sure we don't get any diggy digging. Oops. I hope you see, learn from what I just did, though. I don't know why I tried to attach it directly to the block. I was kind of, well, what it was, I wasn't even going to place it. I was just trying to see if I could get it to line up like it is there. You know, so it's just a tiny gap. And it wasn't wanting to place properly, but it's just a block that was in its way. Another kind of silly mechanic is, even though this is picked up, this entire space on this top row is still taken. It's invisible. You can jump and move through it, but you can't place anything there. It's probably not a good example to show you what I'm talking about, but if you use a drawbridge, you know, you'll see there's an invisible area where if you swing an axe or something, you will still hit the drawbridge even though it's not there. And I don't want to do it because I don't want to damage my drawbridge. I don't have any forged iron or steel on me to fix it, but that's kind of a silly thing too. I hope that gets straightened out, resolved. And I hope they give us some 3 wide drawbridges or 5 wide. I don't care. Any 3, 5, 7, even 1. Just an odd number so we don't have this even number width. Alright, so it's almost 2200. We're going to get down underground. Alright, well there it is. See how I skipped across that when I was running? Oh, well, that time we didn't. We got caught up. But I'm pretty sure for the most part that right there, the zombies are just going to run across like they do on the server. We've had this same entrance for 200 plus days, and they have never gotten in. So pretty confident that that's going to work. It's going to be good to go. So all we need to do now, we have a few minutes left here on the episode, is just finish this hallway out. I'm not going to do it in reinforced concrete, I don't believe. I think it's going to be a waste of resources to do it that way. You know, I think we're good by just making it wood underneath. I'll finish off some of this supportive area with reinforced concrete, but the rest of it can stay wood. We'll make it out of wood frames. Certainly don't want anything to collapse on me here. One more up here. But that is how you can make yourself a mini bike entrance to your base that is secure. We'll give it the ultimate test here before too long when a horde comes along and attacks us from this direction. But like I said, we have this same entrance on our base, and see how your head bumps the block right there. Not even a crawler can get through there because that's technically not a full block space to make it through. Though it looks like you could. It doesn't look very secure, but it is. And maybe I could have even dropped this down one more block. Of course, we might have hit our head on that one more block down and made it flush with, say, this block, but then they'd be able to dip down into this first angle piece, and I don't know. I think I tried that on the server, and this looked better. This looked more secure. So that's why I did it the way I did it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and maybe learned a thing or two. I know sometimes the drawbridge placement is a little crazy. It's not completely polished addition to the game, but it is a welcomed addition. We always needed a drawbridge, and we always needed vault doors, and the garage door. I have not used a garage door yet. I tried to place one, and it's the same even number, and so I immediately just destroyed it and went with a vault door instead. 2 vault doors. Keep everything centered. Just don't like the way that looks. Everything is an odd build on here. To have a center, you need an odd number. And having those even number doors, I don't know who came up with that idea, but wasn't a good idea. Let's put our frames back on here and do this number. Something like that. It's probably about as low as we can go without bumping our heads. Tell you what. Since we really don't have any other pushing projects, we may as well just make it all look like it's supposed to look. How much concrete do we have? We probably have enough concrete to do a little bit of this in concrete, but we'll make this wood frames. In fact, I need to make some wooden frames. Wood's a lot easier to come by than concrete mix. And it's not going to be holding any weight value, so all of this is going to have to come out. Like so. And we're going to take this floor out as well. We'll do that with the auger. I'm not going to do it this episode because we're almost out of time. But we'll absolutely take that out and replace it with wood or something. Looking good, looking good. Something like that. Get this last little bit here finished off for you. Let's see what this looks like. All right, so it'll look something like that. You know, you're gonna drive down and vroom, vroom, vroom. And we'll absolutely get this finished on the next episode. We come back. Today is Horde Day, so I'm going to have to run a little bit of time off the clock between now and, you know, when we start the episode. That way we have a full hour to take on the Horde, see a little bit of the aftermath and clean up. But tomorrow, maybe before we even complete this mini bike entrance, we go over and replace the barbed wire, get all of that replaced, everything repaired up. Make sure everything is shored up, and then we'll get back on this for a little while before the horde attacks. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.